So, yeah, I reckon I am live, but it remains a mystery. I'm gonna mute myself. There we go, that's better. You'll have to let me know if it sounds terrible, because it was really tripping me up hearing myself just at a slight delay. It's really confusing. But, hello, I can see in the chat. Sorry, I'll be troubling the mic here, but I'm just gonna get the chat up. Hello, lovely people, thanks for joining. I understand there's mad hissing going on from the laptop fan, so I will not be offended if it's too much and you don't feel like sticking around. I'm having to stream with my laptop today, and I'm also having to stream with just the regular microphone of my laptop, the inbuilt one, because I really cleverly, when I got rid of my Blue Yeti, bought a new microphone that doesn't support streaming. So, what you gonna do? Maybe I'll have to get another, I don't know. And I know there were some fans of the Blue Yeti, but it was the second one to break in about 6-7 months. So, not really worth it, I thought. But anyway, excuses, boring stuff out the way. Hello, and hiya. And yeah, it's good to see you. Hello from Scotland, hello to Scotland, it looks like. Is anyone from anywhere wildly exciting? I guess it won't be all that exotic to you if you're from there, but I might get a kick out of it if you're watching from the Seychelles or something. Anyway. Hey Max, I've noticed my easel. Maybe painting ASMR would be pretty fun actually. It's just getting the setup right, but that could be fun. Hey Shmuley, my task cam, thank you for asking a question that sounds like you're hoping to help, but I'm definitely sure it doesn't support streaming. It doesn't connect. It has like headphones, you can listen to what you've just recorded, but it doesn't work with a computer other than the storage. Sorry to bore everybody. And hey Alejandro, you noticed the noise? Yep, it's pretty extreme. That's my laptop being very exhausted, very tired, very sad. Basically screaming. Laptops can scream. Unfortunately there's nothing to be done about it, at least for today. So if you want to stick around and chat and put up with it, then you're very welcome, but if you want to catch me next video with less fan noise, I will completely understand. Yeah. Let me know if me touching the mouse pad to scroll through the chat is too noisy, because I know it can be. Oh, it's not loading fast enough. I've missed loads. Sad. Colorado, that's cool. Okay, from Colorado. It's pretty far away. California. Hi Sarah. Hey Max in Rothsay. Not as far, but still pretty cool. Louis in Wisconsin. Rachel in Canada. Philip in Wisconsin as well. It's a little Wisconsin meetup. I really want to make some sort of reductive joke about Wisconsin, but I really know nothing about it. I just feel like it probably gets bashed a little within America, probably unfairly. So I'm going to stay out of that. I bet it's a lovely place. Hi, Purple Roses and Dumfries. Kenny in upstate New York. Nubiosity, I think, in Switzerland. It's lovely to live in the mountains. I kind of picture it's entirely mountains, but possibly not. Hi Mark in Glasgow. I'm not scrolling fast enough, guys. Sorry. Hey, Brista. Thanks for the feedback. I'm glad you like the whoosh sound I've been doing recently. It's quite fun to do. I want to try to use the Tascam without the wind guard because a few people have said that it muffles it quite a lot for them, but it makes that kind of thing a lot harder. Because when you even say certain consonants like p or b, the amount that it pops is really not good. So I'll have to practice. Hey Alex, glad you got me. I feel like I should probably rename the video some sort of warning about the fan, because otherwise I'll just probably keep bringing it up and apologising every few seconds. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Hey David in St Andrews. Maybe I'll try and put on my audio again so that I can hear how loud I am. Hopefully it's got less of a delay. Oh wow. I'm so sorry. Now I can hear the fan as well. But I'm just gonna lean in a bit. Right, I've made myself quiet again because I really can't handle the delay. If you ever played that game where you talk, where you listen back to recording yourself, is that the game? My memory is gone. But you listen to yourself talking and try and speak at the same time or something. Ugh. Or you set up some kind of delay. I don't know, anyway, it's hilariously difficult. You just start talking garbled nonsense. Isn't that much of a difference perhaps from normal, but I'm going to try and be semi-coherent if I can. And I've just scooched in a bit, like maybe a bit creepily close, but I'm going to try to talk over a laptop fan if I can. Hey Matrix, I unfortunately cannot move the mic away from the fan because the mic is the laptop. So it's not the most high-tech stream. I'll work on it. Tatty, good to see you. I think I'm quite behind in the chat. You guys are bringing the chat, bringing the soul patter. Appreciate it. But I'm trying to catch up. Hey Brenda, thank you for the lovely bookshelf comment. I try my best. It's kind of all over the place. There we go. I've got another bookshelf over there that you can see. It's a bit more organised, but who has the time? Who has the time? Hey Pepper, my favourite triggers are... It's tricky because I listen to less ASMR than I used to, definitely. I'm not sure why. I just maybe spend so much time preoccupied at making content. But when I was a big listener, it was probably ear cupping, firstly. Then it's probably binaural and really immersive, and it sounds like you're underwater and pressure fluctuates. I find that really hypnotic and really tingly. But I also love personal attention, self-speaking, steam sounds, like in one of Marie's videos. Absolutely knocks me out. Light triggers as well, visual triggers and movements, I find really effective. Light especially, which I think is interesting because it's so purely visual, yet it has such a physical reaction. Anyway, hey YouTube subs, the dinosaur over there. I don't actually think he has a name. That's tragic. It's like a little knitted soft toy, and I would love to be able to say that. I've had him since I was a child, and it's very sort of precious to me, but I bought it a few years ago just because I liked it. So I don't even have an excuse. But I should get a name for him actually. That would be good. Bye Max. Hi Adrian in Tennessee. Cool. So many double letters. Not as much as Mississippi, but solid effort. Hey Luke. The audio production stuff went well. It was like a fun little course that I did for anyone who doesn't know, in sound production. It was a pretty short course, pretty informal, so it was more playing around. It was learning how to use Logic Pro and making music, which was really good fun, messing around with loops and recording stuff. I had a really good time. I'd like to get into it a bit more in depth maybe, but I'm really not technically minded for that kind of thing, so it is hard work. Hey Cheese, thank you, that's very kind. Hi Mark. Mark is asking my favourite Scottish song. That's tricky. I'll think of just off the bat, but plug. I do have a playlist of Scottish music on my Spotify, which is just brightgrey ASMR, and it's got a whole selection. Maybe Dry the Rain by the Beta Band, if that counts. I think they're all Scottish. Hey Jelly G, do you think getting really popular in ASMR changes the content? Don't know. I guess it really depends on the person. Some people, I guess, if they get really popular, they have more means, more time to make videos, and so their content improves. They can really commit to it and make it what they do. Like, some of Heather Feather's recent videos a few months ago, but recent, the production values are just insane. And obviously she wouldn't have been able to do that if she was still a small-time creator. But I don't know. I guess maybe in some cases it does change the content if it becomes purely about money or fame or whatever else. I'm very vague. I can't really speak to it. I'm not really there yet, so I'll let you know if I ever become really popular. Or maybe you'll let me know if I've changed. It'll be like when Dylan went electric. Hi Gerardo. Who's my favourite ASMR artist? Asked Kyle. I think probably, although she's not active anymore, it's got to be Vinny Vopus, because she instantly creates a really warm atmosphere, very tingly, a real feeling of safety, just something about her voice is just very natural. So even though I'm not going to get any new videos from her probably, I still love what she's got out there. Hey Nicholas, when/how did I discover ASMR, and why did you decide to make videos yourself? Mixing up my first person and second person there. I think I probably first saw an ASMR video 5 years ago. I was still at university. I probably came across an article, one of the early articles about it, that used one of Gentle Whispering's videos. And I watched it and I did experience tingles. So I instantly understood it. You know, I didn't really need to have it explained to me or need to seem less creepy, because I think if you feel the sensation, you just get it instantly. You think that's soothing, that's really like pleasant, relaxing, really enjoyable, and so it doesn't freak me out. I don't really need it to be rationalised. And I think I just decided to make videos myself because of how much it had become part of my life, how often I use videos, how much I benefited from them, and also it looked like a really fun, creative outlet. When I started making videos, there was so much out there that was sort of like pushing the boundaries a little bit of the genre, trying new things. I thought it was amazing how all these people just in their rooms, not professionals, were making all these worlds that some people were enjoying and finding therapeutic even, and I thought, seems like a fun hobby. So yeah, anyway. There's some questions that I'm not trying to ignore, I just don't quite understand the wording. Hey Andy, you're welcome for the podcast, the video that I did with recommendations for podcasts. It's very kind. Hey YouTube subs, I'm glad you enjoyed my night drive playlist. Also on my Spotify. I think they're really fun jams. I don't know. I really like making playlists for very specific moods. I guess other people might think of driving at night to be a different kind of vibe, but I think it works really well with 80s tunes, very smooth, sometimes very dark and moody. I can't drive, but I can imagine what might go with it. Do I know if people know? That's Mason. Yeah, she's pretty good. She does really good like ear stuff, doesn't she? I think she does some cupping and like tapping on the 3D probably. Sometimes I watch her if I just want sounds to zone out too. Hey Laura, how are you doing? Thank you for dropping by, I feel very honoured. Laura Limericks is Marcius obviously, asks what's the first thing you can see to your right. Disturbingly enough, it's myself, because that's where my wardrobe is and it has mirror doors, so I'm just looking at myself hunched over in this chair, and I don't want to do that anymore. It's psyching me out a bit. Unless you were asking about something that's in frame and I just took it a weird direction, do apologise. Hey Vintage, I haven't seen any Twin Peaks. I cannot contribute any thoughts. Would you recommend it? I know, I feel like it's the kind of thing I should watch, but I haven't got around to it. I'm really into like quite trashy game shows right now. Really? What's my favourite movie and why? That's tricky. I'm not entirely sure. I think when I've been asked before, I've said The Illusionist, which not the one about I don't even know what it's about. Not the live action one with Edward Norton, is it? I don't know. But it's an animated film, and it is absolutely beautiful. It's by a sort of French animation studio, I think, the same ones that made Belleville Rendezvous. And I don't think anyone speaks in it, and the soundtrack is gorgeous, and the way they do light, and it's so freaking sad, like it sneaks up on you. I don't know if I'm selling it, but it's really beautiful. I would recommend. Hola, Cosgord. Hey Joker Plays, thank you for your question. What is up with your mic? It is my laptop mic, and it's picking up my laptop fan, and it's a whole horrible mess, but that's unfortunately how it's going to be for this video, because I cleverly bought a new microphone that doesn't support streaming, but I'll work it out. Anyway, night Pussy. Cheers for joining me. I feel like I'm kind of rushing a little bit, sorry. I might be bizarrely nervous, which I generally am not, but I don't know why that is. I feel a bit shy. sorry, next going. Hey Marsh dear, what's your favourite colour? My favourite colour is probably between green and blue. I guess turquoise, but not really what I think of as being turquoise. Like teal, maybe. You know it when you see it. I'm glad you enjoyed the podcast video, really. That's really cool that you actually took me up on one of my recommendations. I feel like that's not a video that many people saw, which is fair enough. But I had fun compiling it. Big podcast fan. Hey Ian, I have not seen Baby Driver. I'm really bad at getting to the cinema these days. So I have not. I know the use of music is meant to be really good. So maybe I'll get it from Blockbuster once it comes out on video. Good night, Alex. Quite right. Get to bed if you've got an early start. It's not what I'm doing, but I make bad choices, so. Sorry. Hi Nicholas. Nicholas remembers me saying that I had something of a weeaboo phase when I was younger, and can I recommend any animes? Not really, because my tastes were not sophisticated. I liked really cringy rom-coms, or shoujo I think they're called, when I was like 13. I really loved Fushigi Yugi, the manga, and didn't watch anime at all really. It was pretty much manga. I remember reading something called Hot Gimmick, which was an absolute car crash, and I loved it. There was so much incest that was just presented like it was normal. So much coercion. I don't know. It was grim. It was a weird one. But in a kind of fun, soapy way. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it, so I don't know why I'm talking about it. But I did enjoy Fushigi Yugi. Because it was also like kind of mad, but very imaginative. It's my favourite superhero, is Kyle. That's hard. I don't know that I have one. Is that lame? Probably one of the X-Men, really, I guess. I've got a bit of a rogue streak going just in my hair, naturally. I did like Wolverine the animated X-Men cartoon, and Kitty. Maybe one of those. Maybe I'm not subscribed to whoever that is. Don't know who they are. I'm getting old. Having to sort of rub my back from the looming over. Hey Curtis. Oh, cool. Seen The Illusionist as well. The ending is freaking sad, isn't it? I'm not going to give any spoilers, but you don't see it coming. It seems like charming and lovely, and then suddenly it's like, nope, heart destroyed. Good luck getting on with the rest of your day. Hi there, Mangoes, Fandangos. Do I have a favourite Beatles album? I probably have to say maybe doesn't count as an album, but the Yellow Submarine soundtrack, because that was such a part of my childhood. And if not that one, then Revolver, I reckon. Your tattoo? Favourite Nicolas Cage film? Ooh, that's tricky. I don't know how many films I've seen of his from start to finish. There's some that I feel like I definitely should see because I quote them all the time. There's this amazing compilation on YouTube called Nicolas Cage Losing His Shit. Censoring myself there. Where someone's just cut together all the times that he absolutely freaks out in a film. It's really something to behold. But there's one in particular, and I think it's from a film called Vampire Night. Something about vampire. Where I think he turns into a vampire in that film, obviously. And there's just a clip of him crying, or acting, crying, and his method for acting like a person who's crying is to literally say the words boo-hoo. Like the onomatopoeia, not even onomatopoeia, it doesn't even sound like that. It actually says boo-hoo. So that's one approach. I think that's very brazen, it's very bold, I'm impressed. It's like, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. So despite not having seen that film, I want to nominate that one. Heather, times 37, which is some mental maths I'm not going to attempt. She asks why a bright grey, and it's really simple. It's just because it's a song that I really like by a band called the Phoenix Foundation, which I recommend you check out. It once again is in one of my playlists on my Spotify, which I feel like this stream is just becoming an advert for, but pretty good track, I recommend. Hey Alexander, that's cool. He says he discovered ASMR through my Scottish slang videos. Those have been the most popular thus far. I'm glad you like them. Hi Scott, have I ever been tempted to play the ukulele? Yeah, a little bit. It's tempting. It's mostly tempting because I have very small hands, which has been noted by commenters. Thanks guys. And to playing a regular guitar can be a bit of a stretch, literally. So with a tiny wee ukulele that might be a bit easier. But I find that it is a bit hard to play the ukulele without verging into overly twee. I don't know. I'm sure it can be done. Yeah. Hey Eric. Eric says, is there any rap album in history better than Illmatic? I don't feel qualified to make these decisions, I really don't. Illmatic's great, obviously. I wouldn't say it's my fave, but in terms of empirical greatness, who can say? It's a good one. I don't know if you're familiar, probably, with a rapper called, I don't know how you say his name, it's like Elzai, or Elzai, and he did an album of sort of tributes to Illmatic, but about Detroit, where he's from. Not about Detroit. One of the tracks about Detroit, instead of New York State of Mind, it was Detroit State of Mind. But it's really good. Anyway, I am waffling. Yeah, Andy. How's my Spanish so far? It's not good, thank you for asking, but I never take time to do it. I did a little bit of Duolingo. I've been watching some YouTube videos from this Colombian model, but it all just kind of goes in one ear and out the other. It's not looking good. I need to practice. Maybe I could try and make some Spanish learning ASMR videos and combine those two things. Save time. Could be fun. Hey Mark? Mark asks my favourite sport and team. This is where we discover I'm really boring. I have no answers for your questions. I don't love sport. I wasn't raised in a family that follows sport at all, really, which is often how people get into it. So, yeah, I don't think I ever watched sport recreationally. It's dull, isn't it? Do you think I should get into sports? Which ones? Hey Marsh dear, what am I passionate about other than ASMR? Music, listening, curating, collecting, whatever, creating a little bit but not that much, language, freaking love language, emotional intelligence, is that one? I don't know how to phrase it. Like mental health, personal development, kindness, furthering understanding, communication. I don't really know what to call the overarching umbrella of that. Figuring out life, I guess. Very slowly, with a lot of steps backwards, but yeah. Hey ambient sounds, I like your username. You're saying to check out the manga Yotsuba, and that's an exclamation mark, by the way. It's very relaxing and no incest at all. That is a glowing recommendation, so I will bear it in mind. Yeah, cool. Someone with a Russian name, which I will not attempt to say, says to show me my eyes. So, yeah, why not? Why not? I'm going to get right up in your face, like the thumbnail, which I know is pretty creepy, but I was in a rush. I downloaded an app that lets you focus your webcam manually because the autofocus never works, and so it's quite fun. So maybe I'll toggle with it. One sec. Creep in, like a big creepy thing, and focus. Way. That's too close. Okay, we've gone, and focus again. I'm in a weird mood, you might have noticed. It's verging on late. It's about 20 past midnight. And when I get tired, I get loopy, as viewers of previous streams will be well aware. Hey, Mr. I've lost it. Oh no. Too slow. Favorite grandparent, asked Mr. Idiot. That is not a nice question. I am not going to pick. I love my grandparents. Matthew says, did you have any fave TV programmes you watched growing up? And you mentioned Raven. I freaking love Raven. We're not talking about That's So Raven, by the way, for American viewers. We're talking about this insane kids show with this guy dressed up as a freaking raven. He would make them do weird adventure games in the forest and give them insane adventure names that were just anagrams, I don't know, and make them, I don't know, just go through obstacle courses that were quite sort of shoddily made, with like moving shields. It was all very po-faced and serious. Oh, it was great. I actually have the interactive DVD game, which I got as a joke present from my best pal a few years ago, that I've yet to play, so maybe I should do. YouTube Subs asks my favourite gig venue in Glasgow, which is specific, but why not? I am very fond of the Barrowlands because that's where I went to my first gig. I was there vaguely recently and I didn't enjoy it as much. It was a different kind of gig, it's a different kind of crowd. And I still think quite fondly of it. The art school is pretty as well. Nicholas is asking me a very important question. If I could grow a beard, would I? Obviously. I don't know why that's even a question. If I could have like a lustrous beard, absolutely, absolutely. I'd keep it quite groomed though, I think, because I already like don't take particular care of my hair. Don't know if you've noticed. And so I think if I also had a sort of Zach Galifianakis beard, I'd be, you know, verging on Joaquin Phoenix in his lost years. And this asks, what 10 things would I take on a deserted island? That is, it's a cool question, but that requires a lot of thought. It's stressing me out. Phone charger. Some sort of electricity source that would not run out. And that's tragic, that's so boring, tragic, but it's a whole world of entertainment. So, there wouldn't be Wi-Fi out there necessarily. I need to rethink that. A bed as well, because when I've seen survival shows and they've like had to sleep on the ground, I always wake up covered in bugs and thoroughly miserable. You'd be fine with a bed and a phone, maybe a mini fridge, music, speakers. Don't know if that's 10, but I think I've pretty much messed up that question. Oh, cool. Hey, Eldon. Eldon says that his or her friend designed one of the Phoenix Foundation's cover arts. That's pretty cool. Which one? Happy Ending? Maybe? I like that one. And he or she also asks if I've seen Taika Waititi's films. Yes, I have. I really love Eagle vs. Shark. I saw the What We Do in the Shadows one recently. It's quite good fun. I didn't like it quite as much, but it was fun. I loved when Murray, I can't think of him as anyone other than Murray showed up as a werewolf. Hey Cat asks my favourite Mogwai album. I don't know. I know some tracks, but I don't know their albums very well. Could you recommend one that's good? Hi there, Alexander ASMR, who asks how far is the nearest Greggs from me. If anyone doesn't know what Greggs is an incredibly classy establishment where you buy fine pastries, basically like a French patisserie. I reckon the nearest Greggs, let me just the nearest Greggs is probably like a mind game, probably not that interesting to witness, but I feel like I'm exercising my memory. It's probably about half an hour's walk away. Thank you for your question. I think I'm way behind the chat, guys. Sorry, I was going to try and catch up. You guys recommending snooker and lacrosse, archery? Cool. I've had a go at archery once. It was quite fun. I get really competitive about that kind of stuff, though. It's not that fun to be around me. Hey Christian, that is very kind. Christian says, I'm going to repeat because otherwise it looks like I'm talking to myself, but it's hard to say this and sound modest. Christian says, I think most of us appreciate how eloquent and clever you are. Easily one of the sharpest ASMR artists. That's very kind. I don't know that it's true, but it's very kind. I'm glad. I do try, but I don't know. I'm also a bit of a numpty. Hey David, thank you. David enjoyed my last video. I'm glad. And also Christian asks if I could have 3 wishes, what would the second wish be? You guys are bringing it with these questions that are interesting, so I shouldn't be complaining, but require some mental effort. I should not upload that face. Do not give that face. The second wish would be I think the second wish would be sort of material. I think it would be some sort of financial security, not just like loads of money and to go mad, but just for it not to be a concern. To be like a kind of trust fund kid who could just pursue anything without having to be concerned that if it failed, they might starve. Because I think the first wish would be more, to do with happiness or, but the second one I'd be taking care of business, Anyway, hey ABJ, hello. Really testing me in the pronunciation here. If you could magically learn how to play one instrument, what would it be? Gotta be harp. It's gotta be harp, that would be cool. But I would also magically have to be given a harp, because those are expensive. But wouldn't that be amazing? Oh. Marshtair says, if I could visit anywhere in the world, where would you travel to? I know I should pick something more exotic, far afield, and there's definitely far-flung places to love to go, but somewhere I've had in mind for a while is Rügen, which is an island in the north coast of Germany, the only coast of Germany. And it's got these like chalk cliffs. It is late. It's got these chalk cliffs that were featured in Caspar David Friedrich's paintings, and the paintings look beautiful and idyllic, but the cliffs look just the same. I think it looks like it's got a very interesting energy, if that's the word. Lovely beaches and sort of quiet seafront, lovely old pier. I don't know, seems interesting. Tim, hi Tim, asks, ever been to New Zealand? I haven't. Oh, that'd be so cool. That should have been my answer. I'd love to go to New Zealand for many reasons, but it's pretty far, pretty expensive, so I might need to save it. Francisco, hi. We'll discuss my opinion on Mexican culture and food. I won't pretend to be well educated on Mexican culture. Seems fascinating, but I don't have a huge amount of knowledge on it. And food is excellent, but I'm so bad with spice, it's embarrassing, like really tragically bad. Like I experience anything with a small amount of chili as really spicy and uncomfortable to eat, which I'm trying to work on, build up my tolerance. But Mexican food I think is gorgeous as long as I can absolutely ladle on sour cream, which probably ruins the flavour, but unfortunately I've got to. Anyway, Mr. Idiot asks how tall I am. It seems to be a really common question. I'm not sure why, but I'm happy to answer. I'm 5'6" and 3/4, to be incredibly specific. Just getting comfy. So yeah, almost 5'7", but not quite. So I guess slightly above average, but not tall by any means. Hey there, Tatty Bojangles. White wine over red wine. I perhaps don't have a sophisticated palate, as evidenced by the whole spice thing, but red wine, nah, don't like it. It's like buttery to me, but not in a good way. It's got a weird buttery taste that I don't like. I really like the crispness of white wine, a little bit of Pinot Grigio, sort me right out. Hey, Seprello, you're asking the questions that everyone is thinking, / maybe nobody is thinking, weirdly. I feel like someone might have mentioned it before now, but thank you, you win a cookie. That is indeed a 3DO to my right. I posted it on Instagram the other day. Look forward to that soon. I'm very excited. I don't currently have the cable that I need to plug it into my recorder, my Tascam, which you need to make it work. So I'm sorting that out. I went to a music shop recently and they were really lovely and really helpful. And I'm going to go back possibly tomorrow and get myself the XLR cables. And then binaural, baby, it's happening. Hey CNL, that is cool. CNL's friend competed in the penultimate series of Raven. That's like claim to fame right there. What was your friend's Raven name? Don't want to know their actual name, I want to know their Raven name, because those were always a laugh. Hi Eric. Eric asks, and I appreciate that this is now taking on a sort of agony aunt vibe. I like it, I'm here to help. Eric asks, is Italy worth going to if you're going with people you dislike? I say yes. I've never been to Italy, but it seems pretty good. If you make it just a food holiday, like in the second series of Master of None, just go and eat yourself to oblivion. It'd be amazing. I guess it depends how much time you have to spend with these people that you dislike. But if you can split up a little bit, then I say go for it. Paladin asks, is that your laptop fan running 100%? Yes it is. Yes it is, well spotted. Unavoidable, I'm afraid. Hopefully you can tune it out like tinnitus or something. Condemn Untruth asks, will I be your daddy? I would love to, but no, don't really have the time, probably. So I wouldn't want to be a bad father, so it's gonna have to be a no. Hi Kinley, that's a question that has escaped me, a little bit beyond me. I also have not seen any of the films that you listed, so I can't even make a funny comment. I failed to. I do apologise. Hey Ambien, thank you for your Mogwai recommendation. Happy songs for happy people. If anyone else wants to check out that album as well. Hi Matthew. Matthew asked what token do I pick when I'm playing Monopoly. I haven't played Monopoly in a long time. Again, I'm very competitive in those scenarios. Probably the top hat. Fave TV show says Buckethead. I don't know. That's hard. I want to say Cool Things, but I don't watch very cool things. I don't watch that much TV, and when I do, it's not top quality, I've got to be honest. I'm really obsessed with a game show called Tipping Point, which I'm sure I've talked about before and bored everybody. It's just a nonsense game show with the most rudimentary questions you've asked, and it's amazing. So Tipping Point. I've been watching a lot of Catfish recently because it's always a laugh. I know it's insanely fake, but I like to sort of invent all sorts of backstories for the two presenters. I feel like Max has a drug habit and has given up on the programme. I think that really just adds to the experience. I also really loved like Flight of the Conchords, Pod City. I do watch Game of Thrones even though I feel like it's trying to hurt me. So on and so forth. Buffalo, Tom Gare, asks, holy Jeebus, what time is it there? It is 1 in the morning. Harry asks, do I own or play any non-guitar shaped instruments? I had a keyboard. It's now my parents own it because I didn't play it very often. I used to play keyboard / piano. I used to play violin as well. I own a miniature accordion. Other than that, not really. Hey Oliver, thank you. Second. Francisco asked, do I have the ability to move your ears or one eyebrow or your nose? And can I shake my tongue like a taco? Also a very important question. Appreciate it. I could do the tongue thing, I think. I can't raise one eyebrow. It's a real source of distress for me. I can't move my ears, but I can flare my nostrils, which I'm going to do now, and upset you all. I do apologise. That's what you tune in for. Anyway, hey Buffalo again. Oh wait, no, not Buffalo. I mean, hi Buffalo, but not the question. Hi Scott. Favourite painter is Francesc Kupka. My favourite art is just maybe one of his, I don't know. No, actually, maybe one of the ones I got a poster of. I really love the astronomer. Is it astronomer? The astronomer or the geographer, I can't remember. By Vermeer. Or Solitary Tree by Friedrich. I don't know, one of those. I love Klimt as well. It's like landscape paintings are really beautiful. Hi Daniel. Daniel asked if I had to pick a favourite ASMR video that I've done. I don't know, I can't remember them. What have I done? I really enjoy the music ones actually. I know they're not for everybody. Maybe just making them is the most fun. Maybe the first one I did because I just like improvised songs and lyrics and stuff. And so it's a bit patchy. But I must have just been in a good mood because I think some of the stuff I came up with I really like, and I'd quite like to develop it into something maybe. Anyway, I have not been to Sweden nor Scandinavia, sadly. It seems pretty cool. Okay. I'm not full-time ASMR. No, you don't make anywhere near enough on YouTube to do that. Not on my views at least. It would not be feasible. I'm cold. I might put on a cardigan. / also take these off because I'm not using them to monitor the sound because of the delay, so entirely redundant, just a prop. Now that the headphones are off, I can hear how bad the fan is. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I'm just going to put on my normal shirt and be cozy. See what I mean? Pretty big. Like a blanket with sleeves. Okay. Get a bit close up so that I can actually be heard. Sorry. Did I ever see Nightmare? Says Scott. Nope. What's that? Hellsby asks if I can master one thing, what would it be? That's cool. Maybe something physical. Maybe some sort of a sport or strength thing because... Oh, dancing! Imagine being like a ballet dancer. That amount of strength and skill and grace. Ooh, that'd be cool. Either that or like be a polyglot. Because I am too lazy to learn languages really. I'd really like to, but it's the commitment that it requires. Obi Don Yorobi, good name, asks if I would recognise Obi-Wan quotes. Possibly not. No, that's disappointing. I have seen Star Wars, most of it, but I don't really remember it too well. I was more of a Lord of the Rings fan. Not that you have to pick, but it didn't resonate as much with me. My throat is getting a bit sore from speaking, that's weird. Might have to wrap up in a bit, give you all a rest from the relentless laptop fan. Sorry. If the world ended tomorrow, says Chiron Park, what would you eat for your final meal? Good question. There would be cheese. I can tell you that much. There would be cheese. Big time. Cheese, bread, Probably some kind of soup to dunk. Oh, I don't know, my eyes are glazing over now. I didn't have a very big dinner. Mark asks, is there any ASMR video you'd like to do but can't or won't? I guess just technically ambitious stuff. I can't make ambitious role plays because of all the planning it requires. I'm not very good at planning. You might notice from all the spontaneous videos. Someone's a foot. Hi Brent. Have I ever performed in public, or is singing and guitar just a hobby? It is just a hobby. I performed as part of a choir when I was young. I don't know if that really counts though. It's not solo. Yeah, I don't think I've ever sang on my own in front of a crowd. Like in small groups every now and then. But it's very scary. It's very scary. North asks if I play bass guitar. I have not. That'd be cool. But, you know, again, that's even bigger than a guitar. Well, I think so. The strings are pretty big. And these tiny hands might struggle a bit. Seb says, would I recognise Chewbacca quotes? Possibly, depending on how good the impression was. Have I seen Dunkirk? I haven't. I saw a tweet earlier with lots of Pikachus on a boat comparing it to Dunkirk, but that is not the same, I imagine. Favourite cocktail? I don't know. I like whiskey-based cocktails. I like a whiskey sour. That's probably just a mixed drink. I don't know that I have a go-to. I just see whatever appeals in the menu if I'm ever in that kind of establishment. Nothing too sweet. I do like sweet things, but sweet cocktails give you such a headache. Hi Jamil. Jamil says, do I know anything about lucid dreaming? I do. I don't know how much I've researched or looked into it. I've had plenty of lucid dreams, but without really knowing what they were called. I don't know how to have them. It just happens every now and then. It's pretty good fun. Oh, sorry. Just fiddling with sweeties, dropping them on the laptop. I'm a Dandelion says, and I completely understand this is in no way an insult, but I'm laughing because it's still kind of funny. Says, I really like your hair. I 100% mean this as a compliment, but there's something to be said for the somewhat unkempt look. Sounds like a backhanded compliment, but I know it's not. I know it's not. I can't be bothered doing my hair. It is freshly washed, still slightly damp. Brushing it doesn't really help. So it's kind of born of necessity, this look. Necessity and laziness. Haven't seen Stargate, I'm afraid. Cool points revoked. Mango says, what sort of guitar do I like most? I don't know. Like brands? I like an acoustic or a classical over electric for playing anyway. Hi Ben. Ben says, I've always wanted to say I've been impressed with your delightful use of language and your sense of humour. That's lovely. Thank you, that's very kind. I do like language and trying to find the perfect word, but so often it eludes me, and I know I spend a lot of my videos just looking off into the distance, trying to think of words. I hope it's not frustrating. Scott says, favourite single malt? Oh, I don't know. I know I say I like whiskey, and I do, but not that knowledgeable about it. Probably not that discerning. I'm fond of an iron whiskey, but I don't even know if they do single malts or if they blend. I don't know, but I like them. Dave says, this is a cool question. Which 4 people would make up the Mount Rushmore of ASMR? Okay, so it's not just my faves, it's like the big hitters, the big names. So, okay, so I think it's gotta be Gentle Whispering, Heather Feather, ASMR Requests. They're pioneers, you know. The other one's tricky. I don't know. They feel like the trio to me. I guess maybe we should have a man for diversity's sake. Oh, massage ASMR. Yeah, why not? Big time. What would be your ultimate goal in life? That's, wow, that is a big question. I don't know. Spread love, I guess. Spread love and experience love. And I don't mean like romantic love or even necessarily always love for other people, but just, you know, appreciation, wonder, all that, you know, just fully experience it and pass it on. That's cheesy, that's very cheesy. It's my answer. Anyway. Have I seen Outlander? I've seen half the first episode. I got so bored. Should I stick with it? Apparently it gets hilariously ridiculous. I've got a very short attention span, and the first part, before I think she even goes back in time, I was just like, nah, I could be doing something else. Good night, YouTube subs. Paolo says, am I a Doctor Who fan? Not really, and I know I'm shedding nerd points at an astonishing rate. I have watched episodes and I have enjoyed episodes. I like the David Tennant era, and I've seen some ones out with that were good fun, but wouldn't call myself a proper fan. Not really keeping up with the lore. Good night, Tatty. I probably should go also. I have to get up early in the morning. I'm just deciding on questions. I don't want to ignore anybody, but with stuff like No Prior Tears asking to have a favourite Radiohead album, it's a cool question. I don't really have much of an answer. I guess In Rainbows maybe, which is probably the wrong answer, but I'm not a huge fan of theirs, but I really enjoyed the like experimental clattering and melodiousness of that one. So hi Icy Blue. Why are you doing this in the afternoon? I am not doing this in the afternoon. I'm doing this very late at night where I am. Sorry if it's the afternoon where you are and it doesn't suit. It's hard to stream at a time that suits everybody. I guess impossible. Amrius asks, do I have a specific favourite video that's my favourite and I keep going back to? I've got a few. I would say either Maria's Steamy Dreamy Spontaneous, Benny V Developers' haircut roleplay, or maybe even I've forgotten what it's called, but one of Nicholas's videos that's like oil ear massage. If it's just like a sounds mood that I'm in. Yeah. There you go. There's loads of questions that I'm missing. I'm very sorry. But I think it's bedtime, I'm afraid. So I'm just trying to scroll down and catch up with everything. One second. Alright, I've caught up. I know there were some cool questions there that I didn't answer. Maybe next time would be good. But I do like to stay up late with you guys, but I know I will regret it very deeply in the morning. Okie doke. Thank you all for joining me and putting up with the noise and coming up with interesting questions. Yeah, it was really nice. And hopefully see you again soon.